So setting up the clutch.
Parts here. TIG accessory kit.
Okay.
So we're gonna be doing relatively small welds.
Mm-hmm.
So there's different sizes you can choose from here. This one looks like 1/8. It says on the, oh no, it's 332. You can see a tiny little number on the top.
Mm-hmm.
We probably don't need that. Maybe just pick what we have the most tungstens for.
And what's the tungsten?
So the tungsten is the part that actually shoots,
Does the...
yeah, like shoots out the flame. It's like the electrode.
Okay.
And so I have a couple here, and you have to sharpen the ends of these.
Mm-hmm. Just on the grinder?
Yeah. So it's good to have a few of them prepared because it's pretty easy to. So generally, or the idea is that you have your filler rod in one hand and you have this in the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like adding the filler as you go. So it's really easy to like, you know, push the filler rod into the electrode, and then you get like
Gooby stuff on
there's
it.
like globs on there, and
Okay.
then you have to grind them down again because then they don't weld very well.
Especially if you're new at TIG welding.
Exactly. So it is likely collet as well. So this one is a 332.
Okay, so 332
Yeah.
sort of bit and collet.
Yeah, and so, wow, they really have this thing all taken apart here. So there's this little white ring here
Yep.
that should go on the front.
Yep.
And you push it on there, and then this one goes right in the front. It just threads in.
Okay.
And then this one will go through the back,
Okay.
and then it'll just stop in there.
Yep.
And
Was there a direction of what you...
yeah, so it's the narrow side at
Yep.
the end, and
Got
then
it.
that goes in. I don't
Cool.
think it'll fit the other way. So.
Okay.
And then these are not as strict. Basically, like the wider the opening,
Mm-hmm.
the more gas that's gonna kind of come out.
Okay.
And so there's like these really narrow ones here, but they're
Yep.
kind of, you know, for very particular things where you need like more, like if you're trying to get into a really tight area, then you want like a narrower opening on there.
Okay.
And so this
So you're
thing-
going around corners or something like that
Yeah.
rather than doing like a flat
Yeah.
weld, basically.
yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, you probably won't come across many
Uses for that.
opportunities to use this.
Okay.
So, and then this buddy goes in the back, and that kind of just holds everything in place.
Okay.
And the reason why it's so long is because this is like a full length tungsten here.
Yep.
Sometimes people like break them in half so that they can have like more of them sharpened.
Mm-hmm. Are they expensive? Or?
They're pretty expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, for a full-size tungsten, you want to have this thing like, you know, but you can get little tiny ones. So it's just a cap on the back.
Got it. But they don't have one here. They just have the long one.
They do have one here. I just not really sure where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is, right here.
That guy. Okay.
So we could actually use that one. This thing's kind of cumbersome. There, now we got a cute little,
Nothing in the
electrode.
way.
And so we're gonna need to sharpen all of these probably.
Okay.
But when it comes to sharpening tungsten, but I guess when the wheel is nice and flat, you can just kind of like hold it here
Mm-hmm.
and grind it.
Yep.
Some people like to like go like that, but it's kind of dangerous. I don't really know what to recommend. I would recommend just kind of doing it over here,
Yeah.
kind of moving it back and forth, or else you'd grind a big groove in the disc.
Okay.
And give it a go. It can get quite hot too. So So you loosen this off,
Yep.
and then you stick it in
Yep.
right down the center. And depending on what you're doing will determine how long your tungsten stick out should be, but generally, you know, about 3/8 of an inch is pretty good.
Okay. 3/8 of an inch.
And then you tighten the back, and then it shouldn't be loose in there. If it's loose, then you probably have the wrong pairing of tungsten and that little collet thing inside.
Okay. Okay. So you just switch it on.
You want it on DC.
TIG.
AC is for TIG, aluminum welding. So
Okay.
you want it on DC.
For stainless steel.
Yeah. Or mild steel.
Okay.
So this is pretty hot. I think I'm gonna turn it down to like 120. But the foot switch controls the heat. So
Yep.
the foot switch, it just kind of like is a percentage of this.
Okay. So that's a base setting.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna tack it first, and then I'll give you a demo after. Lesson number 1: make sure you turn on the gas. You just turn this counterclockwise.
Okay.
And then the regulator should be at 15. Okay, so 15 liters per minute. Well, 15 is the red one, the red number.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I
On
get it.
this one, the 15 is the black on the outside.
Okay. Got
So
it.
it's a little bit confusing.
Okay, so you turn this on fully, and then you'll control this to get this to 30.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to like tap the
Foot pedal.
pedal because that's what triggers the gas.
Yep.
You can hear the gas coming out, and now this is like,
Yeah.
now you can move that.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Lots of times they'll come in and that'll already be set.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's like somebody has it set way too high, or
Yep.
maybe somebody turns it down at the end of the day. So I'll go and check it.
Check it. Okay.
You'll know if there isn't proper gas coming out because it'll be all kind of like fuzzy and smoky.
Okay.
So I knew right away as soon as the weld started. It should be like really clean, and it wasn't.
Okay.
Maybe if I do it from this way, you can see a little bit. So I got this long rod. That's what we want right there. This material is really working?
Yeah, it went black.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay. It went black. Were you still able to see the weld?
I could see the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the heat is going to really pull and warp it. And so I should tack it. I'll tack it on the back side too, or else the whole thing's just going to pull over.
Okay.
People to kind of like rest your forearm
Yeah.
on the table.
Yep.
And then you can kind of do a dry pass, like without any heat, just kind of like move along where your weld would be.
Yep.
And then you can see if you're going to be able to like.
And do you have to do it continuously, or is
You don't
that
have to.
no? Okay.